In this lesson, we are going to discuss operators.
All right, cool.
So I guess first we need to take a look at exactly what operators are in the PHP language.
Right.
Well, basically, an operator, operators are functions that operate on values to produce an expression.
Okay.
Yes, that sounds complicated, but we're going to put together an example and then dissect that to figure out exactly what is going on.
All right, excellent.
So let's put something together to demonstrate that. Let's say that the variable $A is going to equal, let's say, 2 plus 5.
Ooh, complicated.
And, of course, that by itself is going to be going back to like that foo example, where we store A and then do nothing with it. So let's see what's going on here. We'll echo out $A. And let's save this so we can start working on it. We'll probably
name it math.
Math.php.
All right.
So what have we got so far? Math.php.
Okay.
Ooh,
7.
7.
Look at that. It added up.
So whatever we're doing now, it is working.
It is working.
Let's take a closer look at this and the operators involved. In this expression, we have two operators. We have equals, and we have an addition operator.
All right.
Now, the way this works, or there's different ways operators work, and different precedents that operators take.
Okay.
So let's look at this step by step, how PHP would actually go about evaluating this expression.
All right, because it looks kind of backwards.
Kind of, and here's why that's working. Where is the starting point? To determine that, we need to look at what precedence these two operators would take over each other. The addition operator plus has a higher precedence than equals.
Okay.
What that means is this part of the expression gets evaluated first.
I see.
And so that means we have 2 plus 5. Now, there actually is a direction in which these are evaluated.
Okay.
Plus is the direction that these evaluate in is known as an operator's associativity.
I see.
You have left, right, and in some special cases non-associative.
So is this actually going from right to left as we speak? Like, is it saying 5 plus 2, or is it saying 2 plus 5?
Right associativity means that it goes from left to right.
Okay.
So in this case, that means it actually evaluates 2 plus 5.
All right.
And that returns a result. So basically, once this is run, this now represents a new result.
Okay.
After that, we look at the rest of the expression and see, do we have anything left? Yes, we have an equals operation that we need to carry out. So now looking at this as the result of 2 plus 5, so we're looking at this as 7. Equals has a left associativity. That means we evaluate left to right.
I gotcha. Okay.
So now we're looking at this, which means 7. We're taking 7, storing it into $A.
I gotcha. So essentially what's going on is that it's combining, because the plus sign has a higher precedence over the equals, so it automatically does the arithmetic right there, 2 plus 5, so it makes it 7. Then it knows that that's the whole number, and then it says that A is now going to equal that whole number.
Exactly. So that way when we echo out A, we see the result of the operations we ran, and that's how it works.
Oh, sweet.
So with that, and up until now we've looked at associative operators, and we've looked at a basic mathematic operator. Let's start working on a few of the other mathematic operators we have.
Okay.
First we have addition. We also have subtraction, simply using a minus sign. So if we have 2 minus 5, that should result in... What do you think?
Huh? What? I was... There's math! I don't know! That's why I have a calculator. Leave me alone.
The screen. White.
Yes.
No problem. That results in -3.
Of course.
So we have subtraction. We have multiplication. In PHP, the multiplication operator is the asterisk.
And actually, if you go back to the minus symbol, that actually proves what I was talking about earlier, or actually what you stated to me earlier, that it is not saying 5 minus 2. It is still saying 2 minus 5.
That's a very good point. Yes, there is a specific associativity, and that is carried out and respected in things where it does make a difference. Things like subtraction, where if we had done 5 minus 2, once again, we are evaluating left to right, and that's the result.
And vice versa. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out real quick.
Yeah. So now let's take a look at multiplication, the asterisk, which gives us 10. And of course we have division.
Division.
Which is the forward slash.
Forward slash.
We have 2.5.
2.5, of course.
And one more that's interesting to look at, and that is the remainder operator.
Okay.
Also known as modulus.
Modulus.
The symbol for that is the percent sign.
Percentage sign.
So where we had 5 divided by 2, 2.5. So if we did 5 modulus 2, we should have 1 left over from the division. And we have 1.
I see.
So if we were dividing something that, if it was evenly divisible, like maybe 4 modulus 2, 0, no remainder.
I see.
So that's kind of useful, because using that, if you ever get a 0 out of modulus division, you know that it did divide equally. That left operand goes into right operand.
Gotcha. Okay.
And let's see, that covers the basic mathematic operations we wanted to look at. Now let's take a look at an interesting shortcut that can be done.
Right.
Let's say that let's make this a little bit simpler. Let's say a equals 2.
Okay.
Now, let's say we want to take an existing value and add on to it. Let's say we want $A to equal whatever is in $A. Basically, we want to increment this value by a certain amount.
Okay.
How do we go about doing that? Take whatever is in it and add to it.
Okay.
So, let's say $A equals $A plus some other value. Maybe, let's do 10.
Okay.
So we've set A to 2. Now we've set A to equal whatever is in A plus 10.
Oh, I see.
We run it, we get 12.
Because the A of that was 2 plus is 10. Yes, I got it.
Now this is, I wanted to show this so that we could introduce combined operators.
Okay.
Since we have a tiny bit of redundancy in typing where you have to type $A twice, there's a way that we can make an equivalent expression by using a combined operator. A combined operator would be something like plus equals. We'll do 10. These two expressions are equivalent in what they do. It's just a quick way of saying take whatever is currently in A and add 10 to it, and in addition to that, assign our new result back into A.
That makes sense, because A is equaling 2. So instead of just typing A twice, you could just go ahead and...
Exactly. So
gotcha.
save time, it's still 12. And there we go.
All right.
And of course we have other combined operators. Most of the ones that we've seen so far would work. So we could minus equal.
Of course, -8.
We could multiply by 10, and so on.
I gotcha.
So that covers combined operators. Now, we have an even shorter form if we know we need to increment by only 1. Let's say we just want to add 1 to A.
Okay.
So we could say $A plus plus.
Okay.
Now, this is going to take the value in A and increment it by 1.
I see.
So we see we have $A, and we say $A increment.
Okay.
And for decrement, we have minus minus.
I see. So that would be 1.
And that's 1. So that takes care of incrementing operators. Now, one last thing I want to take a look at is a special operator that's used specifically with strings.
Okay.
And that is the concatenation operator.
Ooh, fancy.
So let's rearrange some of our example here.
Okay.
Let's say that $A equals dog.
Okay.
Let's say that $B equals house. And here's the idea. We want to put together an expression that will give us a third value. Let's call it $C.
Okay.
We want $C to contain what is in $A and $B.
So in other words, you're doing addition with letters.
Basically. So
You're mad.
the first thing that comes to mind would be, that should be easy. $C equals $A plus $B.
Well, logically, that's what it should be.
So change what we're echoing to C. Let's take a look.
And
right? 0.
Wow,
that's
what
odd.
happened?
Remember when we were talking about automatic conversions? And a specific automatic conversion is taking place here. The plus operator is a mathematical operator. Before this operator runs, $A and $B are converted to their numerical equivalent.
I got
There's
you.
no numbers in dog, and there are no numbers in house. Therefore, they both evaluate to 0
Mm-hmm.
in this case, and 0 is stored in C.
I see.
But let's say we know ahead of time we're working in strings, and we wish to work in strings such that they are appended to each other.
All right.
This is where concatenation comes into place. The concatenation operator
Mm-hmm.
is the period. So
Oh.
A dot B.
I see.
Let's run this. We
And
get doghouse.
So is the period always going to be an addition, correct?
It's going to that's the name of that. It's basically going to be an append type
I see.
operator.
Okay.
So append operand A or append operand B to operand A.
I gotcha. Okay. That's cool.
And there is a combined form of this, so we could do, or we could add on to this, say $C
Mm-hmm.
dot equals, just like we were doing with
I
plus
gotcha.
equals,
Okay.
and we could make it a final string. So we say space and some text.
I see.
Dot
Doghouse and some text. Okay, cool. Now I have to ask you this: Why would this be useful? Why wouldn't someone just want to write that out?
This can be very useful when you want to break in and out of of an echo
Mm-hmm.
without having to use multiple echoes. Here's an
Okay.
example. Let's say, remember before we were doing echoes on one line? Like
Mm-hmm.
we'd do this. We'd echo C, and then let's say we'd echo $A.
Okay.
And in between that, we needed to echo the HTML line break.
Right.
Yeah, fun with caps.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at this. So we've got our one variable, new line, and another variable.
Mm-hmm.
We could short or simplify this by using concatenation. Echo, another interesting is that echo can work on an expression. We don't have to have this reduced down to one string or one value.
Okay.
We can actually place an expression here. So we'll do the expression C dot $A. Actually, we'll do one more. We'll do C, let me erase that out. We'll do C dot this string dot $A,
Mm-hmm.
and that should be equivalent to doing all of that.
Oh,
Same output,
mm-hmm.
but all much easier to do.
And it cleans it up a bit too.
Yes, it definitely does. And depending on your style, you could put this all closer together to save even more space.
I gotcha.
So
Just to have it all grouped together.
So now we're saying echo value of C dot line return dot
Mm-hmm.
value of A.
Okay.
So that becomes very handy. Like even the other way around. Let's say what you were echoing was a big block of HTML.
Mm-hmm.
You want to place one value with maybe some expression.
Mm-hmm.
So you could say close the string, then concatenate, do your expression, concatenate again, back into string.
Mm-hmm. I see.
So with that really wraps up the operators discussion.
Okay.
Where we covered what exactly an operator is. We took a look at operator precedence and associativity.
All right.
Then we took a look at the assignment operator,
Mm-hmm.
as well as basic arithmetic operations, combined operators, incrementing operators, and then took a look at string concatenation.
Hmm.
So that will wrap up the lesson.
All right.